Welcome to ACC Student News.
The news students can use. This week's headlines include the shutdown of Sora AI,
as well as the shooting of a man in broad daylight. I'm Janae.
And I'm Richard. Here are all of this week's stories.
The USDA is unsure whether bird flu guidelines are helping due to the thousands of bird flu cases happening every day, causing over 88,000 ducks and 45,000 egg-laying chickens to be killed in northwest Indiana. After the avian influenza outbreak that killed millions of birds in 2014, producers have lacked multiple safety protocols, putting multiple birds and people at risk. According to the U.S. agricultural officials, they have been keeping a close eye on the avian influence, in which they say they have not been doing enough to prevent it. Since they are still relying on poultry producers to voluntarily follow protocol, which has gone poorly ever since.
Israel has confirmed the death of the Iranian Revolutionary Guards commander Ali Reza Tangsari. During overnight strikes, Israel targeted Tangsari as well as several other senior members of Iran's navy because of their role in guarding the Strait of Hormuz, telling what ships could pass through the strait as well as charging ships for safe passage through the strait. Iran has not yet confirmed or announced the death of these naval commanders.
Felony charges have been filed against two men accused of fatally shooting a 67-year-old Jerry Lewis in broad daylight on Tuesday on the city's near west side. 28-year-old Nassie Mason and 31-year-old Irving Harris have each been charged with one count of first-degree murder and one count of felon in possession of a weapon. Officers say the deadly shooting happened around 1 p.m. on Thursday and that the victim was standing in the street in an area when Mason and Irving allegedly walked up and pulled their guns out and opened fire.
Recent landmark lawsuits in 2026, such as Kaylee GM versus Meta AI, have found social media giants like Meta and YouTube negligence were substantial factors in causing harm to the plaintiff KGM, and that the companies failed to warn users of the dangers of Instagram and YouTube. It awarded the plaintiff with $3 million in compensation damages, finding Meta 70% responsible for harm caused to the now 20-year-old plaintiff, and YouTube being responsible for 30%.
The robot umpire has made its way up into the major leagues after being in the minors since 2019. New York's Cabarello thought for sure that the pitch from Logan Webb had missed the strike zone. So he challenged the human umpire's call and made Major League history in the process. Cabarello lost the first challenge taken to the Major League Baseball's so-called robot umpire, unsuccessfully appealing a strike by the San Francisco Giants right-hander in Wednesday night's season opener that the Yankees won 7-0.
That's all we have for this half.
Stay tuned to more stories after this. Welcome back. I'm Janae.
And I'm Richard. Here are some more stories.
Within less than 2 years of its release, the AI video generator Sora has been shut down by OpenAI. The company said they are no longer focusing on video generation and aiming to look at developments that will help real-world problems. The app caused concerns about deepfakes, copyright violations, and struggled to prevent the creation of misinformation. Disney and OpenAI slowed their $1 billion deal. This 3-year deal planned to allow Sora users to create videos with Disney characters. A spokesperson for Disney said they will engage with other platforms for a similar deal.
Authorities have recovered the body of an 18-year-old that has been missing for days in Lake Station, Indiana. The Department of Natural Resources dive team located the body of Rodrigo Montes after days of searching. The 18-year-old was last seen at a party with friends when he told his family he was getting a ride home from a friend. Later that evening, police responded to a call of an overturned truck found in a river. The Lake Station Police Department and other agencies launched an extensive search for Montes, along with family and neighbors. Authorities do have a suspect in custody, but do not have any information released about the charges.
NASA has announced that its Artemis II mission is making final preparations and is ready for takeoff. The 342-foot Orion spacecraft waits on the launch pad, and 4 astronauts who will man the mission are currently being quarantined. Artemis II is a mission by NASA that will orbit humans around the moon, with plans to hopefully construct a lunar outpost that will be capable of holding humans for long periods of time. This long-awaited mission has been delayed for nearly a decade, with the original cost of the mission increasing from $5 to over $20 billion. This will be the first time since 1970s that humans will have been sent to the moon.
Braun is officially addressing the issues with the cannabis being legalized in Indiana. Governor Mike Braun has been talking about the possibility of legalizing cannabis in the state of Indiana, with him finding out over 68% of Hoosiers support the legalization and medical use of cannabis. Republican Jim Lucas has long pushed back the legalization of cannabis for a long time, but his proposal to legalizing it has yet to be addressed. Even though in the past Mike Braun has expressed that if the topic of it being legalized was ever brought up, would be a cause for an immediate arrest, there could now be a chance in whether it's going to be legalized for the public or only for legal use.
Major League Baseball returns to Chicago. This past Thursday, the Chicago Cubs made their Wrigleyville Stadium return against the Washington Nationals. Fans lined up in front of the stadium to watch the first home game of the season. This season will mark the 10-year anniversary since the Cubs last won the World Series. While the Cubs did lose Thursday's game, fan spirits are not dampened. The final score was 10-4 with Washington winning, though many fans are still hopeful for the rest of the season.
That's all we have for this week.
Make sure to tune in next week for more ACC student news.
The news students can use.